So far, Red Dead Redemption 2 has been a great success as expected, garnering absolutely brilliant reviews and making over $700 million in its first 3 days of release. As a single player experience, the game is predictably brilliant, with a deep story and intricate gameplay that encourages constant replayability. However, the story mode isn't all that Red Dead 2 offers, as Red Dead Online will soon be available in November for PlayStation players first, with the content becoming available to Xbox players about a week after its initial release. Red Dead Online, like GTA Online, is pretty hyped up. There's lots of new people that are looking forward to it, and for good reason. GTA Online was a completely new experience from the previous multiplayer offerings from Rockstar's main franchises, which they were a bit lackluster. They were okay, but they weren't on the same scale as GTA Online. And GTA Online managed to kick off a whole new wave of content creators on YouTube, along with basically allowing Rockstar a license to print money through microtransactions. However, that is eventually what seemed to turn people off GTA Online. GTA Online went from a fun experience with your friends to a somewhat serious crime enterprise game to pretty much just sheer ridiculousness. You've probably heard this criticism before. It's been made quite a few times from some notable content creators here on YouTube that wanted to talk about the mechanics and the content Rockstar introduced to the game. GTA Online basically turned into microtransaction hell, with all new content requiring millions upon millions of in-game dollars and offering overpowered advantages. Either you had to grind hard for the money to afford this content, or you can, pay real life money for shark cards to buy cash for yourself in predetermined amounts. As you can imagine, this creates a massive power imbalance and disparity in public lobbies, which was a massive problem seeing as some of the more lucrative business ventures that people would have to use to grind for cash to buy these luxuries had to be done in public servers, where quite often the players that paid real life money for their advantages would grief the players grinding to achieve the same thing without spending real cash. This, along with the mechanics that allowed and almost encouraged griefing to a point in public lobbies, turned people quite sour towards the once beloved online feature of GTA 5. And whilst Red Dead Online is definitely something to get excited about, the community should be wary of the same thing happening again. The best thing to me about GTA Online was the first few weeks. Nobody really had anything too powerful, you had more to fight for and definitely more to lose in terms of money. Whilst, yes, content was fairly sparse at launch, the environment you played in was much more of a pleasing one. If you jump into GTA Online today, however, if you're not already being blasted out of existence by an orbital laser or sprayed with explosive rounds from a hydrojet, you'll encounter role-spamming pub stompers who often kill people that have no real intention of fighting other players. If you fight back, they will suicide to avoid the revenge spawn system and then pick you off as you respawn, or if you enter passive mode, they'll use vehicles to grief you. Your only choice is to either play in a closed session which locks you out of all the lucrative content I mentioned earlier, or wait for the server to eventually hiccup and disconnect most players, which only seems to happen after about a few hours of gameplay. Red Dead Online could be the gleaming jewel in the crown of Red Dead 2 if it's handled correctly. I have every faith that Rockstar, if left to their own devices, could create a brilliant online experience, but unfortunately, as we all probably know, Rockstar don't have the final say. Take-Two do. Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Take-Two Entertainment, has been quoted before saying that he wants to have recurrent customer spending for every title the company puts out. I think that Jim Sterling probably explains this best.
Take-Two is a remarkably avaricious establishment. Over a year ago, Zelnick announced his desire to put microtransactions into absolutely every game Take-Two puts out going forward, stating, "We've said that we aim to have recurrent consumer spending opportunities for every title that we put out at this company. You can't give stuff away for free in perpetuity. There's no business model in that. We are convinced that we are probably, from an industry view, under-monetizing on a per-user basis." GTA Online is the primary reason for this cynical outlook, which is hardly surprising since it remains an inconceivably lucrative cash cow. Thanks to the absolute stuffing of microtransactions into its online mode, pricey ones no less, GTA 5 is the most profitable entertainment product of all time. Ever. Way back in 2016, the game raked in over $500 million just from the little side payments, and it's making more and more and more and more.
Yeah, GTA Online is bad enough. Yes, apparently they're not making enough money. I'm loving Red Dead 2 so far, but if you think they're not going to push egregious microtransactions into Red Dead Online, you are unfortunately mistaken. GTA Online, as you just heard, made $500 million just last year. $500 million in microtransactions alone from one of the best-selling games of all time, that in the end sold over 90 million copies and earned over $6 billion in revenue from sales. If Take-Two realise they can make $500 million a year from a game that made $6 billion in sales, what are they going to do to Red Dead Online? I mean, they'll probably take it slow at first. The first few DLC updates will be slow and reasonable content updates like GTA Online that allow you to earn money a little bit faster, access some new features, and don't really give too much of an advantage. But I fully believe that a year or so down the line we'll be running around Valentine with a robot horse that fires lasers from its eyes as we whip out our explosive revolver that fires mini nukes that irradiate the map and prevent players from accessing the town. Okay. Slight overreaction, maybe. But Take-Two cannot be trusted to keep Red Dead Online reasonable. With such an anti-consumer CEO at the head of the company, they'll be trying to scrape every last penny out of your wallet. Luckily though, I think people have learned from what happened with GTA Online and will probably be a bit more vocal regarding the DLC and balancing in the game. However, let's be honest, Take-Two won't really listen. I am very excited for Red Dead Online. I think that anyone else that is looking forward to the mode should be cautious in their excitement, but definitely still excited. We have seen what an absolute shit show Take-Two will turn their games into, all for monetary gain, and whilst we view Red Dead 2 currently as a near perfect game, because, in my opinion it is, Take-Two have shown many times that they are all too happy to break game integrity to make some easy cash. You know what doesn't cost any cash though? Joining my Discord. Yeah, we're doing this now. Really though, I've just started a Discord server for the channel that anyone is welcome to join. Come along and join us to chat, play games, listen to music, hang out, or suggest things for new videos. I'm always happy to chat to people on my Discord, and I'm more likely to respond there rather than waiting for YouTube's comment notifications. So come join us, the link is in the description of this video, or it is also available on my channel banner. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what you're thinking about the impending release of Red Dead Online. Are you excited, or do you think there's going to be a repeat of GTA Online? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the channel whilst you're there. There is a lot more content coming for Red Dead 2, Black Ops 4, and some other games coming very soon, including hopefully some coverage for last year, seeing as the game has finally entered closed beta. So, if you like the content you see on the channel, subscribe and hit the notification button to be the first to see the next video and join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.